Welcome back to the Kang Gang Pod. The Kings lost a brutal one. We lost 130 to 124 to the Denver Nuggets, our final game of 4 on the road. We moved to 2-5 on the season. Our defense did not look that great, but you know what did look great? Russell Westbrook. This guy deserves all the flowers for tonight's game. Even though we didn't win, we let Denver, Milwaukee score 130 on us. It's just one of those nights.
He kept it interesting. I'll take it for what it is. I think he kept this game super interesting, and he made it fun. I think Russell Westbrook is such a fun player. Even when he is in what year is he in? Year 18?
What number is this?
Year 18? Mm-hmm. Yeah, year 18. He's still finding ways to just have fun and, keep it competitive. And tonight he had a great revenge game against Denver. Great revenge game. I think it was his highest scoring total this season too. So shout out Russ. Shout out Sabonis. Shout out the U. Highest plus minus of the night tonight. So major shout out to the U. So yeah.
Back-to-back 10-point games, by the way.
We let Russ down. We let him down. He is clearly our best defender. Tonight he was our best scorer. Probably our best passer, even though he was second best to Schroeder. Best rebounder.
There it is.
Well, Sabonis had 17.
I'm strictly talking about the eye test. Tonight he looked the part. He looked like a man who needed some help on the defensive end because he can't guard everybody, And that late third quarter stretch, early fourth, where we were like struggling to keep it within 10, even though it was a back and forth, and we gave up like 3 back cuts in a row to Bruce Brown, Christian Braun. I'm having nightmares tonight of a Christian Braun back cut. I'm gonna have nightmares of it, and I think everyone on the Kings should too. But tonight, moral of the story: get Russ some help. Sign Achua, trade for Achua. Protect the paint at all costs. Because my grandma could score a post hook over Sabonis.
Wow. I had some keys to the game going into this. Win the non-Jokic minutes. And let me tell you, you know why? Because when Jokic is not on the court, that is our best chance of getting back into the game. Every single quarter, when Jokic was in, they're up 12, up 15. When he goes out, we get the lead back to like 6. We got it to 2 at one point. Fourth quarter happens. Jokic goes back in. They just balloon the lead. It's the tale of 2 games when you play against Denver. You have to win those minutes when Denver's not on the court. When Jokic is not on the court. Because what that guy could do, not only score the ball, not only rebound the ball, the way he finds these guys cutting baseline drove me insane. Denver's the best in the NBA at that. And this was a perfect game for us to get ready for the next game because Golden State Warriors, they are just as good. So it's crazy that we only lost by 6, but the storyline is so thick.
Dude, I will say this. We played every single game besides the Bulls game. All of them have been competitive. All of them have been single-digit wins or losses. So the first 7 games of the Kings this season have been very competitive, but I kind of credit to what you said earlier, Christo. Jokic played all those 12 minutes in that first quarter, right? And
he always does.
Always does, and that's where the game was lost, right? We talk about it with the Milwaukee Bucks game. Luckily, we won that game when they scored 47. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets scored 39 points. Our defense in the first quarter was unacceptable. Basically, how it went was we tied in that second quarter in scoring. Then Denver would outscore us by 2 in the third quarter, and then we would come up we came back and won the fourth quarter by 6 points or something like that. But the damage was already done when the first quarter happened, and then you can tell in the postgame interview that Doug Christie said, we lost this game squarely because our first quarter urgency was not there. And that is something I think the Kings really need to set the tone, especially when you are playing a gauntlet of a schedule in November. You have to take advantage of that first quarter and just set the tone right away. So, yeah, actually.
Fun to watch, for sure. Probably the last 3 games this road trip one of the worst defensive performances I've ever seen out of an NBA team. I'm not kidding. OKC, the only reason we were in that game is because OKC missed so many wide open shots. How many wide open threes did they get? How many opportunities did they get with offensive rebounds? Caruso missing a wide open shot, Mitchell missing a wide open shot. SGA went easy on us and we barely squeaked it out. Our defense has been awful. Milwaukee, bunch of dumb Giannis turnovers. They played awful. I'm sure we did force them into some. Our defense wasn't as bad against Milwaukee, but still, so many open shots for AJ Green, so many open shots for Gary Trent Jr., so many wide open shots that these teams just miss. And you know what? Denver figured it out. Denver says, we don't need to shoot the rock. We don't need to. Guess what? Because whoever's playing baseline D just falls asleep. Nate Clifford falls asleep. Baseline cut. Zach LaVine falls asleep. Baseline cut. Denver realized we don't need the 3-point shot. They're going to fall asleep on us. We're playing 5 versus 3. And they went for the easy shots, and they killed us.
I mean, that's what Denver does. That's what Denver does so well is from the 3-point line tonight, Denver went 12 for 38. So they missed 26 three-pointers tonight. It's what they do once Jokic gets into that middle ground. He sees Aaron Gordon, baseline cut, Bruce Brown, Christian Braun. Everyone knows how to play off of Jokic, and it's just so contagious for them where it's so easy. But you know what's even crazier? We actually outscored them in the paint tonight. Only by 2, but we outscored them in the paint tonight. We out-rebounded them. It's just the amount of times we fell asleep on defense. Yeah. I mean, it's impossible to carry the momentum to come back from a deficit like that when you constantly just get blown by for easy baskets. And that's what Denver kept doing, was so many easy baskets underneath the hoop. When Jokic gets into the paint, it's almost unstoppable. He finds the right guy. Everyone was cooking around him. Everyone, I mean, that starting unit, they all had great nights. But back on our T's point about that first quarter, losing the first quarter, first off, Dennis Schroeder and Zach LaVine, they were both questionable going into tonight's game. Zach LaVine with lower back, Dennis Schroeder with hip. They both came out and played, but they weren't the ones that were getting beaten up out there. It was Sabonis. Sabonis was getting destroyed out there. He got elbowed in the ribs. I'm sure it's going to come out that broken ribs or bruised ribs or something. He got elbowed in the face like multiple times. It looked like the Sabonis of old when every single night he was getting banged up by either a black guy or something. It happened so much in this first quarter where I was like, I don't think Sabonis is going to go back out there, but shouts out to Sabonis for fighting, because that is one of the toughest guys to go up against. And yeah, I think that kind of is what set the tone, was Sabonis was getting beat down, and then Zach obviously was cold all night, and it was just a domino effect from there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, right? I will say this: Denver started 5 for 5 in this game too. They started 5 for 5, and that's what propelled them to a run. They got up to 13-4. Our first points were until Sabonis got to the free throw line.
Milwaukee had a similar start too, and we locked in the third and the fourth. We just didn't lock in the third and the fourth. Yeah. Right? I'm tired of this team not playing defense. I'm tired of it.
Hey.
I am tired of it. And guess what? Sabonis is getting beat up. Who do we let go? Jonas Valanciunas. And we get Drew Eubanks, who had a great game.
Back-to-back great
Who had a great game. But RT would drop a triple-double if he was guarding him in the post. Eubanks has no D. I'm sorry. I would much rather have Valanciunas than Eubanks.
Okay. Well,
Much rather.
obviously, but we
much rather. Do you think Valanciunas was asking for a freaking for the U-Haul truck? For the Brinks truck?
Not a chance was he.
There's no chance.
Not a chance was he wanting to go to Denver.
I want JV back.
Guys. Ball.
Our defense sucks. Screw that ball.
Ball. Okay, we're tossing it away then.
Toss it away. I don't want to hear it.
This is what I have to say about the defense. We know we're not a defensive team, Jono.
Awful.
So us yelling in the mic about playing better defense, do you think it's resonating on the court? Do you think Doug Christie's not saying, guys, you got to lock in?
I know Doug Christie's watching this, and he's saying, you know what? That guy in the middle of the gang body's right. The one who wears he's saying the one who wears the Black King sweat hoodie all the time. That guy is making some great points, because he's probably pulling this episode up in the locker room.
Yeah, you know,
he's saying, look what this guy's saying about you, Drew. And I hope he does. Because as Kings fans, we need to lock in. Because we're having Russell Westbrook go play absurdly good for us. A guy that was sitting on his couch 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever. And this is the effort we give. Our offense is so good if we're an average team on defense. Average. I'm not asking for the 2008 Celtics. I am asking for an average defensive team. And when you fall asleep on the baseline, it's so frustrating to watch because our offense is so good.
It was altitude sickness, Johnny. That's why they were sucking on defense tonight. I'm just kidding. It wasn't. No, Johnny, you're completely right. I think every single Kings fan is tired of seeing how easy it is for the opposing team to score. It is so easy.
It's so easy.
It's been that way since the drought.
But that's just what I mean.
When
That's
Christian
been what our identity has been for a long time, since the 2010s. Just bad defense and turning the ball over. And the offense has, I think everybody in the NBA community agreed that we were going to be a very good offense, right? But when it came to the defensive side of the ball, I think that's where everybody had their questions because, dude, I mean, it's so frustrating. And I'm with you, Johnny. It's been frustrating, right? Even during our Beam team year, we were a bottom.
We were not a good defense.
No, and then we got exposed in the playoffs. That's why we were a first round exit. So,
but not only are we a bad defense right now, is we're bottom of the league in rebounding. It's just this constant theme of how are we going to fix this issue? And then earlier today, I forgot who it was, but this guy, this NBA, I posted, I forgot his name. Anyways, this guy announced, Jake Fisher, that's his name. Jake Fisher said, according to league sources, the Sacramento Kings are eyeing Precious Achiuwa. Do you think Precious Achiuwa is someone that the Kings should say, you know what? I'm going to cut a guy on our roster to bring in Precious Achiuwa.
100%.
The fact that Isaac Jones was in those conversations about that the Kings are willing to cut immediately was kind of alarming to me because there's a guy on this team, number not 5, not 6, 7, Doug McDermott, who was signed very quickly in free agency, by the way, for $3.2 million.
What are you saying? How dare you?
I'm with you, Christo.
How dare you? No.
We don't
What
play
are
him.
you saying?
We don't play Doug McDermott.
No, we don't.
Greatest shooter.
He is. I love him. I love what he's done for the city. But Isaac Jones is the guy that we need at the position. We're not lacking in the Doug McDermott department. That guy hasn't gotten a single minute this game, and even last season it was either in blowouts or it's.
I would love the Precious Achiuwa signing.
I think
not only because he can actually play the 5, but he can play next to Sabonis. His jump shot, his 3-point shot has improved tremendously since his years with Toronto. He would be such a good fit, and I hope it's not for a lot. I hope it's just for a pick.
No, there's no way,
right? But
no, he's not even. Isn't he just a free agent right now? Didn't the Knicks cut him?
Did
he get cut?
Agent,
I think the Knicks cut him.
I
think he's just a guy just on the couch.
Then yes. If Scott Perry actually in his head thinks that this team can compete, why not? Because clearly you don't even have to be an NBA fan, but if you watch this team, you're like, there's no defense. Michelle's not even an NBA fan. She's like, why are they getting open layups? Precious Achiuwa would help that, and he would be an asset to our offense with the way he can shoot the 3-point ball, because we know Sabonis is struggling a little bit shooting the 3 this year compared to last year.
I think he's only made 1 this year, right?
Right.
Has he only made 1?
I think so. I think that sounds about right.
Because even with Keegan returning, that's more size, but it's not 5 size that we need. Precious Achiuwa would be a huge upgrade for us.
So then when Keegan gets back, would that mean Precious was just the fill-in for Keegan?
No, I think we can
play all 3.
We can use Precious and Sabonis against big teams like the Bucks or even the Lakers, but have Keegan be our full-time starter, but have Precious come in when it clearly looks like they're dominating us in the paint.
God.
This
is the state of the Kings.
Hey, I gotta say one more thing about Precious. John, you're gonna have to pull this up. If you look up Precious Achiuwa on Google, I was doing this today. It showed his siblings. Look up what Precious Achiuwa's siblings' names are, and this is why we need to sign him.
Promise Achiuwa, Grace Achiuwa, God's Gift Achiuwa, Peace Achiuwa, and God's Will Achiuwa. Yeah.
And now we need King Achua. Get King Achua.
And he's only 26. He's only 26, so it's not one of these signings where you're getting. It's not a Russell Westbrook signing where you're getting him for one season. You know what I mean? Like, he has potential to make an impact on our roster. So
because he was with Toronto for a couple years, he was with New York for 2 years. Why not be with the Kings for a couple years? I mean, we might as well give him a shot because it looks like we're still trying to win these games. Every single game has been very competitive. It looks like we're not mysteriously subbing out Levine, Sabonis, DeRozan at the end of games. We're trying to win these games.
Well, besides Chicago.
Yeah.
That was the only one we subbed
but
out.
still, like you were saying, 6 out of the 7 games have been very competitive. This one was the Kings find a way to just stay in it the entirety of the game. But yeah, let's just get back to the game. Jokic, 15 points, 5 assists in the first quarter. Aaron Gordon, 10 points, 4 rebounds in the first quarter. Those two, God, to have a weapon like Aaron Gordon on your team would be such like that. I mean, talk about a missing piece. That guy would be
winner.
I would love to have that guy on our team.
He's a winner, dude.
we had a competent GM during the COVID time. He'd be. I think we could have made an offer for him. I think when he left Orlando.
I think we were. I mean, we were trying to. I remember I was pushing for it then. Let's talk about the second quarter because, like I said, it's the tale of two experiences when you play Denver with Jokic and without. 39-30 at the end of the first quarter. When Jokic is sitting out in the second quarter, actually Jokic sat to like the 4-minute mark for some reason in the second quarter, but we cut the lead to 2 during that time.
Yep.
So that's how teams are able to beat Denver is when Jokic has to rest because he's not going to play 48 minutes. But then after he checked in, Nuggets go up to 12. But in that second quarter, my player of the game was obviously the man on this jersey, Russell Westbrook. He dropped 11 points in the second quarter, finishing with 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. DeRozan was also playing great. He had 15. But I just need to talk about Westbrook a little bit more because this guy was getting overlooked by every single team in the NBA. No one wanted to sign this guy. Training camps had started. No one wanted to sign this guy. He was sitting on his couch at home, waiting for his opportunity. When he wasn't sitting on the couch, he was on his yacht getting shots up. He does not need to be playing basketball right now, but he loves it so much. And he came to Sacramento to be that energy to try and bring life back to the city. And that's what he's doing. You could see it on the court. At the end of the game, it's like a 10-point game with like a minute and a half. Westbrook is driving hard to the basket. He's pushing the pace. He's doing all these things. There's so many times where he's just showing signs of like, guys, the game's not over. Like, we're not giving up. How many times last season, down 10, minute, 2 minutes left in the game, like, did you see the Kings, like, just give it up?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we saw it before they even got to the 10-minute mark. There was times where we got blown out when we got blown out by Golden State twice after the All-Star break, where they just ballooned their lead and ballooned it, and we couldn't do anything.
And now we have a guy like Westbrook that's going to hold these guys accountable to say, hey, there's still so much time left in this game. We're not going to give it up.
The play-in game last year, right? The play-in game last year where we just...
Oh, my God. Westbrook would not let that happen. He would do something to bring the energy alive. He did it in the Bucks game. He does it in this game. He had his best game in a Kings uniform tonight. He had 6 turnovers, but that's what you get out of Westbrook. But the fact that this guy ended the game with 26 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, shooting 10 for 17 from the field, doing that fadeaway off the 1 foot, making that shot too. What a joy it is to have Russell Westbrook still in the NBA, but even more importantly, on the Sacramento Kings team. That guy just deserves so much love. But it's going to take a lot more than just Russell Westbrook energy to keep us competitive in these games because, like we said, we play the Warriors on Wednesday, who play a very similar offense as the Nuggets, where Steph Curry just has so much magnetism towards him, where everyone's gonna keep their eyes on him. But then it's the guys like Podziemski or Jimmy Butler or Kuminga or Moody or anyone's gonna be cutting to the basket, getting these easy points because Draymond Green could be passing the same passes that Jokic can. So it's gonna be very difficult to stop. So. And then
Kuminga, right? Going into Wednesday, that's a revenge. That could be a possible revenge game because Kuminga has been so tied to the Kings for basically this whole entire offseason until he was like, hey, I want to go to Sacramento. If you are not paying me, I'm going to Sacramento and fixing the ship. Now, Golden State, they decided to do a contract. They signed him, and Steve Kerr was like, you know what? Jonathan Kuminga has earned his role in the starting lineup. So
He's been playing great.
He's been playing great, though. He's been playing
and putting
awesome.
up a lot of highlight plays as
Yeah,
well.
and he's also playing at a very good efficiency, too. Like, he is playing at a high efficiency level. He is basically almost turning into, like, their third scorer behind him and behind Butler and Steph.
No, yeah.
So
it's gonna be tough.
And their wings are so physical, too. Quentin Post, you can't really forget about him either. Al Horford. I don't know if I think Al Horford's out, right? He's still injured, I think.
I don't know. I just know he doesn't play back-to-backs.
No,
But
he might be out.
What I do know is that Mr. 30-point Zach LaVine did not show up tonight, unfortunately. I don't know if it was the lower back pain.
I think it was lower back pain. I mean, he's
You
been
could tell.
carrying
You
us.
could tell. I mean, yeah.
I just wanted to remind you guys that Alex Len remains unsigned.
Moment of silence for Alex Len.
Just want to put that out there. And sources tell me, this is breaking news. Sources have told me. I was just texting his agent. He's ready. He said he's ready for the call. He's been in the gym. He's been hooping at Coloma Park. He is ready to give us some interior defense. Why is that funny? Alex Len can give us something. It's better than nothing.
You hate Drew Eubanks that much?
I don't hate Drew Eubanks. We just need a big man presence. We need a presence down there to help Sabonis. And the Len Sabonis lineups last year were pretty good. They were pretty good. They were pretty fun to watch.
I'm sorry. Drew Eubanks could block. He blocks more shots than
He
Alex
blocked
Len.
way more shots than Alex Len. Like,
In the short.
I know, Jim.
well, you know, he had one.
All right, if you're still watching, do you think the Kings should go after Alex Len or stay with the eulogy? Because Johnny is
Eubanks
not
0
on-
blocks tonight.
Okay, that was. He's going
2
up against-
rebounds.
Okay,
Two
so
rebounds?
okay,
10
so
points.
whoa, hold on,
Oh, okay,
Johnny.
great, 10 points,
I'm
10
on
points.
Johnny's side here.
We need somebody.
The rebounding is
Yeah.
a problem.
It's an
That is
issue.
an
It's
issue.
a very much an issue, and I agree with Johnny that the rebounding is a massive, massive, massive problem.
Thank
Well,
you.
we had a guy that was great at rebounding off the bench, but we traded him for Dario, who can't even get off the bench.
Dude,
So you
bro.
explain that to me then.
If I was GM of this team, I'm calling Alex Len yesterday. I'm calling Alex Len yesterday and saying, "Hey,
Alex Len was not the greatest rebounder.
he got vertical on defense though. He was a decent shot blocker."
Okay, so
us.
can I ask you this? I have Drew Eubanks' stats.
Thank you.
Predict how many rebounds he's averaged so far this season.
Okay.
3.5.
averaging like 2.8.
3.5.
You said 3.5?
2.8.
You are very close, Cristo. He averaged 2.7.
Well, because I study
That's
the
a
man's
backup
stats.
center.
Well, yeah, because you
I love the eulogy so much, so I read his scripture.
That's a 6'10" backup center.
No.
If
Okay.
RT was 6'10", he'd average 6 rebounds a game.
yeah,
Probably
facts.
8 or 9.
Facts.
Probably 8 or 9.
And 2 blocks a game.
At least 3. Don't not sell yourself.
You don't
short,
understand.
RT.
I want to root for the eulogy. I want him to be a thing.
He's got the best nickname. He's got the best hand signal.
But when you're a negative asset on defense, sure, 10-point, great. We don't have an issue scoring. We don't have an issue.
True. That's true.
I to hell with the 10 points.
Hey, but what about the plus minus
Whoa.
merchant of the game? The eulogy.
they didn't.
When he's out there, it's a benefit.
the Nuggets happen to miss shots when he's out there. they didn't attack him.
I don't. Okay.
They didn't attack him.
Johnny, I agree with you. The guy needs to learn how to grab the ball.
Wait, no, actually,
and DeRozan led our team in plus
yeah, he
minus.
did. He did. That's what it is.
You lied
don't wanna hear
to me. You lied to me.
I don't want to hear it.
He lied to me.
Yeah, he had second highest.
Okay, I'll take it.
Second highest.
But here's the thing.
I was hyped for you because you're a big
Eulogy,
eulogy
he's not-
guy.
he's not gonna be
You're a
thing.
big eulogy guy.
He's not gonna
I
be a
have to.
thing.
I gotta hype up Cristo. You know, that's my whole thing,
Hey,
right?
I'm gonna get a eulogy poster. I'm gonna put it up here soon.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you this. Obviously, Drew Eubanks as our backup center was not what we signed up for, but it's what we're embracing.
We have two.
We're the Kang gang. We embrace guys like Drew.
I know,
okay?
but when you have guys like Valanciunas and Len on your team at one point, who are, I know they're not sexy names. Valanciunas is a little sexy.
No, that's the sexiest name
But-
we've had in a while
but
as a backup center.
we got 2 power forwards that play the center position. Let's just be honest. We have 2 power forwards that play the center
Yeah,
position.
yeah.
I mean, we know this, Jono.
And
It's not a surprise.
something
It's not
gonna
a
get
surprise.
fixed? Something to get fixed?
Well, you know what? The fix is. I don't think the fix is the 5. It's the 4.
It's the 3
Then
and the
let's
4.
get another 4,
That's what we're saying. So keep.
which is Precious Achua essentially.
Exactly.
He's
I
a
think
plus
we want the
defender.
same- I think
He
we want
struggled
the
from
same
3
thing.
last year, but he's shown flashes of being a good 3-point. But the most important thing is he is a plus defender.
I don't care about what he can produce on the offensive end.
I don't care
need that.
either. He's a plus
we need
defender.
him to be protecting the interior paint for when Sabonis is always getting in foul trouble down there, and those backdoor cuts. A guy that's tall like Precious.
One more thing.
Could be beneficial.
You guys know who else is a free agent? Say it with me.
Wait, I don't know who
I don't
you're
know
going to say.
either.
Bol.
No,
How fun would the
dude.
Bol experience be in
I
Sacramento?
mean, that's a must-cop jersey too. That's a must-cop
fun.
jersey.
Why not?
You know that's gonna go in like the random jersey Hall of Fame is a Bol Kings jersey.
I guarantee you,
that would be the most random run.
He'd be like number 88 or something crazy.
I
It'd be like
guarantee
the
you-
Elites' number.
If we cut Saric and McDermott and brought in Bol and Achua, we'd be a much better team. A much better team.
This is the delusion.
This is not delusion.
No, but I'm
Give
just
him 140 a night. That's not delusion.
We do need some bigger presence. That's why we're throwing out our two-way boy Cardwell out there. That's why, I mean,
He hasn't gotten a minute in the G League. And Mr. G League over here
hasn't started.
He hasn't started.
But I'm saying
It's going to start
I'm
soon.
I'm saying, okay. But RT once said, RT once said, hey, he's undrafted. He's not going to get any tick. He laughed at me. And then look.
But you know what?
But now he's the only guy we have.
You know what? And he's played great in the minutes
great.
he's had.
He's played great.
He's played great.
But we can't be relying on a G League player. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
God, no.
RT agrees with me.
Guys, I just want to say this. Going into the Denver game, I think we all thought we'd be losing by 20 to 30. We lost by 6. We shot poorly. But yes, obviously we let them score
That
130
makes it hurt
points.
more, knowing we just
know.
needed a couple stops, 2 or 3 stops
Not
in that
only
third,
a couple
in that
stops.
third
Well,
quarter stretch.
and we scored 124. That's the whole point.
That's
only a
why
couple
it hurts more.
Okay, I agree with that, Jonah, but not only could we have gotten more stops, we had so many open threes tonight that were not... We had so many beautiful opportunities tonight.
Offense was an issue.
Beautiful. We only made 9 for 27 from the three-point line.
And we attacked
what-
the basket.
And this is what you were saying. We needed to attack the basket more and get to the line. And
We did.
And
We
we shot 21 for 25 from the free throw line, which is excellent.
Our offense looks great. Our
Offense will
looks
never
so
be
good.
the problem.
And especially if Dennis can contribute with those mid-range shots. His shot looked good tonight. Dennis' shot looks good
Yeah.
tonight.
He was our third leading scorer with 18 points and 9 assists. I mean, Schroeder's been, ever since that Chicago game, he's been excellent on offense. But I think obviously we know that it's a defensive issue. I mean, I hope B.J. Armstrong and Scott Perry are having this type of heated passionate conversation about defense right now. But I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
I think they're saying, "Wow, we're
think
giving the
because-
fans something
I
to
think
talk
there's.
about."
I think there's somebody upstairs. There's somebody upstairs that is going downstairs to Scott Perry's and B.J. Armstrong's room.
Does he have all gray hair?
He does have all gray hair, and he is thinking of a 5-on-3 defense. He is revolutionizing the game.
Actually, though, Scott Perry's loving this because
No.
what the team is doing is getting numbers, raising their value, and still losing games. Scott Perry is
This is
part
stealth
of
tank,
his
stealth
plan.
tank.
This is a masterclass of what
This is
he's
part
doing.
of this is part of his plan.
This is like the perfect. I mean, okay, like if we were 0-7, getting blown out, how the Pelicans are right now, or the Brooklyn Nets are right now, like, oh,
Should we read Scott Perry's tweet for everybody?
Johnny
Guys,
was
here-
reading between the lines, and
No, everyone else was. Carmichael Day was saying on Sacktown Sports. Said the same thing.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Scott Perry yesterday. When you have a true vision of something new or different, don't allow what may appear as initial failure, especially by others, to keep you from attaining it. Make the commitment to pursue it with confidence, persistence, and patience, and it will surely become a reality for you.
all right.
Monday motivation.
Read through that and tell us what the hidden message is, Jono.
When you have a true vision of something new or different, Scott Perry tanking. His vision is #1 draft pick. That's what he's referencing there. When you have a true vision of something new or different. New, obviously the Kings have never done a rebuild before. First sentence is a giveaway. Don't allow what may appear as initial failure, our record,
Yeah.
especially by others. He puts parentheses, especially by others. which are us as fans, to keep you from attaining it. Make the commitment to pursue it with confidence, persistence, and patience, and it will become a reality for you. I don't think how you could be any more clear that he's saying I'm okay. That he's saying I'm okay with losing games because all these guys are trade pieces in a couple months.
He's like, I need to put on a strong face when the camera pans to me and BJ because I want to make sure that it looks like I'm invested in this team. But when that game is done and I'm in that locker room, I'm smiling.
Exactly.
Hey man, listen.
But
long term results. Listen, I will say this. I think Johnny and I are diehard NFL fans, and I'm going to say a team that has been super similar to the Kings. They take the hot road on 2022 was their big coming out party. All these flashy weapons, flashy new players. 2023, a little bit of a step back. 2024, massive step back. And 2025 is where it all imploded. That team, Johnny Miner and Cristo Remticato, is the Miami Dolphins. You already knew it too.
Yeah, incompetently run.
Yeah. And they just fired their GM too. So
yeah,
and they're gonna have a new GM too. So
all right, let me ask you guys this then. With what we've seen in the first 7 games, with what we know it's coming in November, what is your expectation and stance that you want to take going into the whole year? Like, are you going to be excited for every single win? Are you going to secretly hope we don't win too many games? Like where are you guys at right now?
Okay, so let me explain this because I want to bring up Carmichael Dave again because he brought up a really good point when he talks about micro versus macro. And
talking about economics?
We're talking about economics. So Carmichael Dave, shout out to him. One of the biggest things is that when we talked on the podcast on Saturday, one of my biggest things is that we're not going to apologize about wins, right? And in the short term, if we win a game, you're going to see us be hyped. You're going to see us be super energetic. You're going to see us, and this is truth, NBA and Kings fans, this is where we are going to just say, hey, you know what? We got an awesome team, awesome offense. Zach rocks. Sabonis rocks. Russ rocks. I think you all get the
Nick rocks.
Yes, you all get what's going on here. But the macro is the inevitable, like you mentioned, Johnny, right? That this team just needs a new direction. So am I going to hate watch the Kings? Absolutely not. That's kind of like malpractice or what it is, right?
It's impossible.
Yeah, and I just never am going to put myself in a situation and where I'm just going to be like, listen, if they win, I'm rooting for them hard to win. I'm rooting for them whether they win or lose. That's what we all signed up for, right? But that to me is you have to kind of understand this team's where this direction is going. And I think that as Kings fans, that's the number one thing. I'm going to read Carmichael Dave's tweet for all of you because he put out a poll recently and he had a bunch of tweets. So, and it was basically like a big poll. And I was listening to this on the radio. I always listen to Carmichael Dave on the radio before work. I just kind of put this
connection together. Like RT is kind of, he might just be like the younger Dave, like the younger Carmichael Dave.
God, no.
You guys they're so similar.
They are similar.
No,
in almost every way.
So he had these series of tweets, and I want to talk to you guys, and I want to see what you voting for. No, God, no. No, absolutely not.
It's not a bad comparison.
But it's great. Like, oh yeah, it's a great listen
Let's
to
see the tweets. Let's hear the tweets.
Okay, so his first tweet was, and this is from people that voted 581 votes. Do you have confidence in Doug Christie to shepherd the franchise through rebuild? I want your answer, yes or no. We'll start with Christo.
Shepherd us into the rebuild?
Yes.
Throughout the rebuild.
Throughout the rebuild? Or right now? Or
shepherd through a rebuild.
Yes.
Yeah, Johnny?
To start it, yes. Throughout, we'll see.
Okay.
To start it, yes.
So, 43% of people said yes. 57% of people said no.
That doesn't shock me.
Here's the next one. Do you have confidence in Scott Perry to shepherd the franchise through rebuild? We'll start with Christo again.
See, this is a deeper question because he's the one that's in control of who Doug is coaching. I mean, so far he did well in the draft. Yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
what other GM options do we have right now? I mean,
Yeah.
let's say yeah.
I'm saying yes strictly because we have to. But yes.
Okay,
Let's run it with
so
Scott.
the fans agree. 52% of people say yes, while 48% of people say no. And this is my favorite one.
Ooh.
Do you have confidence in Vivek Ranadive to shepherd the franchise through a rebuild? I want you to guess
The percentage?
the percentage.
Okay, I'll go first. I think it is 84% no, 16% yes.
I think it's 91% no, 9% yes.
The final answer. Johnny was the closest. 96% of people said no, while
was a trick
4% of people said yes.
Hey, Sacktown, stand up for that. Sacktown, stand
up.
up for that.
Stand up.
That was very well said, RT. And I
Wow.
completely agree.
Wow.
We've all been Kings fans our whole lives. It's been a different feeling watching the games this year. And it's not to say like it's a Kings hate watch. It's not to say, but it's like, does this team want, like, does the front office want us to win? You know what I mean? It's one of those feelings where it's like, how serious are we as a team? And we understand the trade aspect and the rebuild aspect. That's always looming. So I'm never going to not root for the Kings, but it's been so, and obviously the defensive struggles help aid that process of being upset while watching. But you're completely right, RT. You have to understand and look at it as in a bigger picture, right? Because as Kings fans, we always want to win now, win now, win now. Our owner wants to win now, win now, win now, get all these big pieces. And we haven't really gone through a proper rebuild ever.
No, not even during the boogie phase.
Exactly. It wasn't done properly. So I guess you could say the 2017 year was where we got Fox, Justin Jackson, and Harry Giles. That was the closest thing we could have gotten. But even so, I wouldn't even compare this season to that. Because we actually have trade pieces other than Boogie to send off. But you're completely right. Watching these games, it's like I'm watching them to lose almost. Because I know losing means a higher draft pick, a better future for us. And yeah, with Vivek at the helm, it's like, are we going to be led through this rebuild properly? So there's a lot of like unsures while watching this team.
And I want to mention this too. Speaking of unsures, right, and seeing if this team is going to do this, there was a big trade rumor, and Bleacher Report came out with a big trade rumor.
I sent it. Read it out. Read
Yep.
it
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
So
Okay. Wait.
Oh, this is gonna be- this is gonna be a big
is it time
discussion.
to discuss this?
Yeah, let's just break it down because obviously John Morant has been making an insane amount of headlines for the past 3 years now. It's been 3 years that he's been dealing with NBA NBA, what's the word? Suspensions, and 3 years of NBA suspensions that this man has been dealing with because of off the court activity. And just now recently, when you thought that was all behind him, he gets suspended again for 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team because of an post-game interview where he was talked about his effort and performance in the second half, where he was seen just shying away in the corner basically the entire second half, just showing no effort. And then when he got subbed out in the fourth quarter, he was nowhere to be seen in the timeouts, nowhere to be seen on the bench. He was just not involved. And in that interview, RT, you're going to be Ja, I'm going to be the reporter. So Ja,
Can I say something before
Sure.
do the interview? Blake Griffin called him out. That's how bad it was.
a
That's
lot of
how
people
bad
did.
it was.
A lot of people did.
So bad. But anyways, keep
a
going.
lot of people did. The NBA world is calling
Yeah,
him
here
out
we go.
right now.
Ready?
So,
I'll act as Ja.
So John Morant, you looked a little like you didn't want to be playing out there tonight. Like what was going on with you tonight?
Go ahead and ask the coaches. Ask why the coaches said that. Ask the coaches.
So it seems like you were just a little bit out of it. Was it because like you didn't want to play in the fourth quarter? Like were you injured or?
I mean, ask the coaches. Ask the coaches.
So like what would the coaches say about you not showing effort tonight?
I don't know. You got to ask the coaches why. You got to ask them.
So John Morant was he was just not having it. And then he gets suspended. And then tonight, I don't know if you guys saw the interview yet. He basically stood on business by saying the suspension, like he is fed up with the entire organization. He claims that he has a good relationship with them still, but he said that he completely lost his joy of playing basketball within this organization. And that's typically the tipping point when the organization says, okay, our franchise guy isn't having fun here. That means he does not want to play here anymore. So that brings up all the trade rumors. And of course, Bleacher Report targets a trade for John Morant to the Sacramento Kings. And that trade involves
Malik Monk, Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder, a 2026 protected first, 2027 protected Spurs first, and we get John Morant, Gigi Jackson, Jalen Wilson.
Okay. So on the topic of a rebuild, do you want to rebuild around this guy? I say no.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I want to hear from RT first. I want to pitch in a little bit, and then I know Johnny has a lot to get off his chest. So RT, why do you not want John Morant on our team?
I think, where do I start? Can
we like back and forth this? Because I think me and RT are going to feed off of each other.
Can we preface this by saying you guys have never been John Morant fans? Even before,
absolutely not.
Let's just preface it. Even before the gun stuff and all the trouble last year.
I've been a massive jaw hater before the gun.
So let's preface that before.
You want to put up my profile picture? Put up my profile picture from 3-4 years ago.
RT has been like the king of the John Morant hate club, and I love it. And I'll just jump in and say this. Outside of all of the off-court activity, that guy cannot stay on the court.
No, he's not healthy.
He can't stay on the court because his play style is too reckless.
It's too reckless. And then also things too, right? He's not. I'll compare him to De'Aaron Fox, right? Because that's what he's been compared to his entire life. Those two have been so intertwined and have been tied and linked together for their entire careers. Ever since Lonzo Ball kind of fizzled out, they brought in a new guy, and John Morant, that plays similar to De'Aaron Fox, same speed. But the only thing that John Morant is better at than De'Aaron Fox is passing, right? That's it. And maybe finishing. Besides that, he is not a better three-point shooter than De'Aaron Fox. He does not have the same clutch gene. He's not a better mid-range shooter. The only good playing style that he has is a floater. That's pretty much it. But he does nothing for this team in terms of offense.
And defense. Don't even get me started,
Defense.
Jono,
oh my God.
Anything great to say about his defense,
oh my God.
But I will say this. I do think John Morant is a great finisher around the rim because we've seen it time and time again. In the clutch, he has had a lot of big moments. Even like in this season, he's had big moments in the clutch to win games. I think he's capable of that. But yes, he's not a good three-point shooter. And I just think about it as a grand scheme in the NBA. At the point guard position, I would choose 10 guys or more over John Morant.
And one of them is De'Aaron Fox.
You could probably make that list up to 12 that I would choose in the point guard position over John Morant. And yeah, John Morant is the big name. He could do this. He could do that. He could dunk the ball. But you know what, Johnny? I do not think if we got John Morant, I do not think that helps a rebuild. I think that tarnishes a rebuild. And then moving off of him at that point in his career, what are we going to get? The market for John Morant is not nearly as high as what I think we're giving up in that trade package. By the way, I think the mass NBA view around John Morant is not nearly as high.
Can I go?
Yeah, go.
I don't want John Morant in a Kings uniform. I'm sorry.
Me either.
I just avoid it. Just avoid it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you're ready.
You're good. Go for it.
Read off of whatever backup you need.
2-time NBA All-Star.
Wow.
All NBA second team.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I mean, that...
Most improved player.
Yeah, because he's fine in the West, right?
Rookie of the year. All rookie first team.
Yeah.
I just want to say, John Morant is one of those players who you hate if he's on the other team, but you love when he's on your team. And maybe Memphis doesn't love him right now because of but this man averaged 27 points a game for 2 straight years, a couple years ago. Okay. I think we all respect and love peak John Morant when he has his head on straight. It's not the best place for him in Memphis right now. They're going through new coaches. They're a young team with a lot of young guys trying to eat. He's never had veteran mentorship, really, on that team. Maybe since Mike Conley his rookie year. I think a change of scenery.
I don't think Mike Conley was even on the team.
Maybe he wasn't. Exactly. I don't think he's had any veteran mentorship.
I will say that. I do agree.
He hasn't had
no
any
veterans on that team.
veteran mentorship on the Grizzlies. They have a new coaching staff. I think he could use a change of scenery. Sacramento does not. We're never going to attract big name free agents ever. Ja Morant is the best player we'd be able to get for a trade. The best young player we'd be able to get. Name a player better that we could put a package together to get. I'll wait. Because I would rather start this rebuild with a 2-time All-Star, a Rookie of the Year Most Improved who's 26 years old, who has played great since this last year, other than this year. I would do that deal in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because we aren't going to get a player of that caliber through a trade with the pieces we have. At all. At all.
Yeah, it might be fun to have him play on our team for like 30 games a year. Like that'd be great, Johnny.
I think Sacramento.
it'd be awesome.
I think Sacramento settles him down. I think Memphis.
Yeah,
I think
50
Memphis
games in 2 years would be awesome.
Memphis is not an easy place to play in or live.
Hey,
there's a lot of crime in Memphis.
You know what? He's the point guard version of Boogie Cousins.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
true.
gonna be.
Yes. Yeah.
That's not
funny
true.
comparison.
It is funny because
It's not fair to say that yet.
I think it would be really fun to see him play on our team for
it's fun. But
he would give us
but
Anthony Davis.
is he going to be healthy?
I'm saying he's the best.
But he's regressed ever since he got hurt 2 years ago.
When has he ever proven that he's going to stay on the court for any period of time? He's only won one playoff round in his entire time with Memphis when they claimed that they're fine in the West, and he had a great with Triple J and Bane and their depth. They were building something awesome over there.
Yeah, and he's never been on a team where he's been the guy. Like Memphis has always been this, and they're good.
Well,
their culture's always been so team oriented. Even when he was putting up big numbers, he was never the alpha. They had so many good
Ja
other
was the
players.
alpha.
He was
he was the alpha.
But what
He
I'm
was
saying-
the alpha
but what
in
I'm
year
saying
3 and year
is-
4.
what I'm
He was
saying
the
is
alpha in year 3 and year 4.
I'm just looking at it from Josh's perspective. I don't think the franchise has ever valued him as the face of that team because they've had so many other people.
I would have to disagree with that.
I completely disagree too. I think last year is when they decided,
No.
I don't want to build around John anymore. I want to build around the other guy. I want to build around Triple J. I think it took until last season for them to really realize that when Triple J started getting those accolades that Ja was getting.
Okay, what better player could we get for that package?
I mean, I don't have the trade machine in front of me. I'm not looking
Yeah,
at
I'm
the salary cap.
But what off the top of your head, what player is available that we can get for a package without giving up Keegan Murray, without giving up Neat Clifford, Keon, Schroeder, and Monk? Who
I have a
are we
hot
getting
take.
that's better than John
I think
Morant?
I would rather have Darius Garland than John Morant on our team. I think I would rather.
This is where I disagree.
I think
too.
Darius Garland.
Darius Garland is the definition.
I'd rather have neither of those guys.
I'd
rather have neither.
Darius Garland is a potential guy that could be on the move, though.
He is. And because
I'm just
he's
saying-
had the same problem, though.
Yeah,
he's had the same
he has
problem.
the same
He
issue
has the
with-
same issue as Ja. But
And
The
Josh
only-
started tonight. Like, how serious was this? He's fine. He is fine. He just needs a change of scenery. We've seen that with players before. We signed freaking Rondo after he quit on his team in Dallas, and he had a pretty good season with us in 2015. Obviously, he's not on Ja's level,
No, he had a great.
but he had a
year
great
with
season. So
hey,
the Kings,
20 assist game.
Exactly.
20 assist game.
The Kings,
times.
the Kings are known for getting depreciating assets because we have to as a franchise. I'm not saying Ja's he's going to fix everything right away, but he's a risk you take because his value is so low right now that it's a shot in the dark. But if it works out and he becomes the all-star Ja that he was a few seasons ago, it does wonders for your franchise. So I'm not saying it's a for sure, we trade for him, he changes our franchise around, but it's a risk that I'd be willing to take for that trade package of Schroeder, Monk, Ellis, and a couple picks. And they're giving us GG Jackson too, who is a solid,
like GG.
a
He's
solid
great.
forward
I do like
whose
GG.
minutes have been cut for some reason. I mean, Coward's him. Coward from Washington State is him. So I could see why his minutes have been cut. But when he got a lot of minutes his rookie season, he looked great. So John Morant with a couple young pieces from Memphis who, shout out Jake LaRavia, who have known to develop their young players really well and they scout really well, have a chance to pan out. I'm in for that trade.
I just don't think I'm willing to even entertain it just because of
the direction that we're going.
Well, you guys have always hated Ja. You guys have always hated Ja.
I just don't like that he can't stay healthy.
That's a major
concern.
That's it. That's a huge concern.
Major concern.
He's been healthy this year?
It's been 9 games.
9 games.
Okay.
9 games.
No,
9
sorry,
games.
7 games.
7 games.
It's been 7 games.
No, but here's the
We got
thing.
Zach LaVine who's injury prone, and look how he's doing this year.
Dude.
It's like,
But
he's 26, man.
But, dude, Ja,
26 that has been regressing every single year.
We just gave a guy regressing every year an extension. We just gave Keegan Murray that. He's regressed every single year, and he's never been an all-star.
but not
No, but it's not
Ja
the
Morant type of
magnitude.
money.
It's not the Ja Morant magnitude.
It's worth the
Keegan
risk.
is not a franchise
So you
cornerstone.
want
He's a great piece.
So you
I know.
want
Ja
but
Morant is
let me
like
ask you
the-
this. Let me ask
Would
you,
you
Johnny. hold on.
thrive in an environment where you don't like? He hasn't liked being in Memphis since the whole gun stuff, and obviously he brought it to himself. But you need a change of scenery when you go through that much turmoil.
Well, that's what he's trying to do right
That's
now.
what he's trying
I just
to
don't
do.
think Sacramento
It's
is
not the
gonna
right
be
fit.
perfect
No,
home.
it's not the best home. Miami,
I
probably, right?
Ja Morant is in search of a big market. That's what he wants.
Miami
I think
is
if
a
he
big
comes
market.
Here, it's the off court issues are probably gonna. I think they're just gonna follow him and
Clippers.
I don't know,
Miami.
man.
What do you think he's gonna do? Hang out in Stockton all day or something? Like what are we think we're doing?
Not too far. Not too
No,
far.
he's gonna get a nice place in Midtown, maybe East Sac. He's
not gonna
he's
live
gonna
in
go to
Midtown.
he's gonna go to McKinley Park. He's gonna feed the ducks. He's gonna have a chill. He's gonna get coffee with Deuce and Mo.
Oh,
he's
my
gonna have a
God.
chill
That
time here
would
in Sac.
never
Memphis is not a good place to live. It's just not. Look at the crime rates. Look at Memphis isn't a fun place to live. Sacramento, much more peaceful. And he'll have veterans. We'll probably sell the veterans by then. But he'll have a organization that believes in him.
You'll have Vlade Divac on the court side.
He'll have a team that believes in him, and I think that's what John needs right now. 2-time All-Star.
Yeah, Christo, his veteran's gonna be Bobby Jackson.
It's gonna be Bobby Jackson, Doug Christie, Vlade Divac, and Patient when he's at the game. Those are his
That's the best leadership you can
No,
ask
it
for.
is. It is. It is.
It's great. Like
It is.
I just
John
find it funny.
haters. Yeah, just
No,
John
I've been.
haters. I thought Keegan was in the initial trade package, but
Oh, if Keegan, that's
we keep Nick, we keep Keegan, we keep all our young core essentially. We don't value Keon. Like the franchise doesn't value Keon. Like
I think that's smoke, man.
no, that's real. That's real.
I think that's smoke. There's no way you can't put any type of value on a guy that does what he does.
I know, and it sucks. I think there's some
it's
realness
smoke.
to it.
I think it's smoke. I think they're doing that so that they could control what they're going to pay.
Why would they
him.
do that? And then they'd lower his trade value. Why would they do that?
No, I think they're not trying to trade him though. They're trying to get him his value so they don't have to pay him a crazy amount.
If we're getting John Morant, we should trade him. 100%. That'd be the most exciting. If he becomes peak John Morant again, that'd be the most exciting thing in Kings history. One of the most exciting players in Kings history.
I don't know. Those Drew Eubanks alley-oops have been pretty exciting.
Guys, this is what happens when we're 2-5 and losing.
No, I
every
don't care
competitive-
about the
But this
record.
is fun
I
though.
love-
This is
I love-
this
I
is the
love the
banter
effort
we
we've
like.
had.
This is the banter. Listen,
I just don't. I can't find it in me to just really believe in a guy that, minus the regression, it's just like the on-court production isn't that impressive to me. And the fact that he can't even stay on the court for that long, like every single year, he's always injured at the tail end of the season. So many times. Like, he's basically doing what Anthony Davis is doing. Like,
he got hurt in almost damn near every playoff series.
He's good on the court. It's just he can't. That's the ongoing issue, and that's like what happens with Zion Williamson. That happened to John Morant. These guys are great when they're on the court. They're so much fun to watch. But as a whole, they don't play that much.
No,
And the fact that it's been like a really consistent trend
it's concerning to me.
It's concerning, and like
It's concerning to me.
and I think so many people around the NBA probably feel the same, where they're like, "Ooh, I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk." But the Kings probably are. I mean, in all honesty, they probably are.
And it's gonna.
But
If they
me
do,
personally,
I'm out on him.
I'm just not thrilled at the idea, but I could be very wrong. If he plays 65, 70 games, that would be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
but
want
just
to
don't see
clarify.
that
I don't
happening.
think he's the answer. I don't think that he is the only player that can come in and change this franchise around. But he is a lottery ticket, essentially, that this Kings team can buy on to get a star on their team. Who as a small market, we have trouble doing. So I don't think he's the answer. But if I was Scott Perry and you offered me that trade today, I would take it.
I just think that.
I think there's
takes
other
away from-
lottery tickets that are more worthwhile.
I think that
than
takes
Ja
away from the
Morant.
rebuild too, right?
And then that's the thing I want to
because like
address.
that,
Be-
you
but-
don't want to jump into that year one of the rebuild.
No, and you have to let me
With the point guard with some leadership,
leadership.
as in
Jono.
someone with point guard experience to
Okay,
run the team,
he's got-
who's led a team to the playoffs, who's led a team to a playoff series win.
One time.
Okay, he's done it before, and he's only 26 years old.
But he had Triple J and Desmond Bain and Santi Aldama and
Dylan Brooks.
GG Jackson, we got GG Jackson.
I will say this. I just think that there are much more valuable lottery tickets that are there than Ja Morant. And I think if we trade for Ja Morant and we trade away those picks, it's going to slow our rebuild. And you mentioned it earlier, right, Johnny?
that's not a proper. I don't think that's a proper. Rebuild.
That's not a proper rebuild. It's a
Year
reload.
one of a
it's
rebuild?
a reload, and that's not
I think-
rebuilding. You're retooling.
That's a retool move right there.
That is a
You get rid of-
retool
you get
move.
rid of
I
those guys.
completely agree. I completely agree. I just think it is a option. I'm not totally throwing it out the window. I think Scott Perry should look at it as a option to bring someone in. But if he gets the right offer if you get an all-star player under 27 years old for the picks that we have, I say take the deal. I'm sorry, that's just my mindset. To get a two-time all-star under the age of 27 on your team, that's someone you build around. Because they're hitting their prime after you make your draft picks. And if we trade those draft picks, we can move our other veterans, because like you said, we're not giving up Levine or DeRozan yet. We still have players to trade. Sabonis. We can get our draft picks back by moving them.
It seems like that trade proposal would be for like soonish or like trade deadline, where it's like, oh, we still have DeRozan on the team, we still have Levine on the team. Then you put John Morant like that's like, I just feel like maybe you throw that as like the last ditch effort to try and maybe
He's not
get over
older
the hump.
though. He's a young player.
No, I know, but it's like I feel like you make that kind of a crazy move just to try to give this one last stretch of the Sabonis era, the Levine DeRozan era, and you go for it. But as a rebuild, I don't see it.
No, me either.
So
I'm sorry.
I feel like unfortunately I'm out. I feel like I'm out.
It's
Let
like
us know if
like
you guys want John Morant. But
yeah,
I don't know.
That's a
I don't
great
think
comment.
my take's popular at all. I think I have
I think there's a lot of people that love John Morant.
I think so,
in the
but
Kings
I think
fan base.
just with the Fox and Ja duel, I think there's most Kings fans don't like Ja, but I just need them to keep in mind how much Sacramento struggles getting star talent.
I mean that's
And if it pays off, and he becomes the Ja of old, he would be more exciting than Fox if he becomes the Ja of old.
well,
I just need Kings fans to keep that in their head, that it may not work out, but if we do make the move and he comes to Sac and it does work out, Scott Perry looks like a genius.
only time will tell.
Yeah.
But as of recently, we've been doing a pretty good job of getting some star names on our team. Look who's on our roster right now. We have some good stars right now. But I'm just saying,
We've been getting guys 35 plus as free agents to sign with us. We had a trade for Zach LaVine.
I know we get them after, but
Who are we? When are we ever going to sign a 26-year-old two-time All-Star from free agency? When is that ever going to happen, Cristo? When is that ever going to happen? When
Well,
are they gonna- when are they
technically,
ever-
we have a different owner.
Yeah.
But
That's never going to happen.
I mean, it's hard to do it when you're you have to be like an unrestricted free agent to make that happen.
and you have to be a
Like
you have to
restricted
be
free
like a proven.
restricted free agents, if they are restricted free agents, they just match the offer. They don't care. We saw it when we tried signing
use
Zach
us as
LaVine.
leverage. They use us as leverage. They don't wanna come here.
We tried to sign Zach LaVine.
They don't want to come here. The only way to get a player like that is through trade, and it may not work out. But if it does, that's how you build a contender.
I like a lot of players like that, but I don't like that player.
The only one available for us because of the stuff he's going through.
I just
You have to buy
I think
low.
more will come available.
You have to buy low.
yes,
Or will-
more valuable assets over time. There is, I don't know if you watched college basketball tonight, but the freshmen that are coming in.
Yeah, so there's that. And then if you do a pulse check right now, you look across the NBA. NBA is in a crazy place right now where there's a lot of teams that aren't performing the way you thought they would. And there's a lot of teams that are exceeding expectations by a landslide right now. So I think as the year shakes out, we're going to see some like Portland, for example. I've been high on Portland for a long time. I think Portland's like 5-2 right now. They probably won again tonight. I don't know yet. I haven't checked. But there's a lot of teams out there where it's not going to work out. Like Cleveland is a beautiful example. They have that core, and if they don't make any noise again, like they're probably going to end up blowing it up soon. There's going to be a lot of teams like that, Johnny.
Sure.
That's
what I'm saying. It should be one of the offers Scott Perry thinks about.
He could.
I'm not saying it should be the only one.
I'll let him entertain it, but sell as low as possible.
Ugh.
Sell as low as possible to get it.
Oh, for sure.
Like you have to. Like
for sure.
You cannot overspend.
Try to
like
not send the
Desmond
pick.
Bane getting 4 first-round picks and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Cole Anthony. Like that is a complete overpay. And that's what they got for Desmond Bane. So they're probably thinking they could get more for Ja. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
I just don't think.
This is kind of my last thing I'll say with it.
Are you clicking a button, John? Can you take it easy with that button?
You guys are making me antsy. Well, I'm just picturing John.
Hey! He's gonna be the first one to get a Ja Morant jersey.
Oh yeah.
Number 12, John Morant.
I don't want to see you guys cheer for him if we get him.
I think number 12 retired.
I don't think so. No, Jake was. I think something else.
I think 12 might be retired because who wears number 12 for the Kings?
I don't know.
I think it might be retired by a guy named like Jack Twyman or something like that. I think 12 might be retired, boys. John Morant will not be number 12. He might be like 00 or something.
No, it's actually no. It's the retired numbers are 1, 2, 4, 11, 14, 16, 21. Oh, and Maurice Stokes. Yep. So, yep. That's it.
So, no number 12? Man, people I guess it's they're saving it for him.
Imagine Maurice Stokes just comes back and just like, hey man, yeah, you can unretire.
John Morant's the perfect example to wear my number with pride.
Oh my god!
The Stokes family just is like, hey, you know what?
They're stoked on it.
You know what? We'll give John Morant the keys. You know what?
Archie, I want to hear your last piece on Ja.
Here's my thing. I just for a guy, and I'm just going to sum this up. Every year that he is not healthy or off the court, every year he feels like he regresses. And we're seeing moments of that this year too, where he has looked disengaged in games. He has regressed, and he's not the same player that he was 3 or 4 years ago that was a shining star in the NBA. He's just not. And I just don't want to take that risk on a guy that is a retooling option, because we've done that same song and dance for years and years and years and years and years. And Scott Perry, when we all saw the tweet, he wants to go through a proper rebuild. Let's go through a proper rebuild and not F this up.
We still can rebuild if we made the trade. We still could. That gives you someone to rebuild around. You don't have to hope and pray that you hit the lottery in the draft. And we don't even know if this front office can draft. It's too early. We don't even know. Get your all-star now and figure out the rest later. You get talent in that door. That's what you do. And you guys were anti-Ja even when he was averaging 27.5 points a game. 2 years in a row.
I don't know. That Warriors,
you guys were anti-Ja.
That Warriors-Memphis series was fun to watch. I will say that.
Scott Perry needs to get talent through that door. We don't know if he can draft yet. These picks could be meaningless. We don't know.
So go all in on Ja.
So that being said, 6 second rounders and Malik Monk for John Morant. Who says no?
Oh my god.
I guess Scott's got the answers. We don't, but man.
Alex Len, we need you, man.
Hey.
Let's sign some free agents.
Hey, Precious Achua.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I think you're in Precious.
Oh, sure. I'm
you're
down
inside
for
of Precious.
What'd you say?
Like you're in Precious.
I'm inside Precious?
No, like you're in on him. Like you're in him.
Wait, I thought I heard.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Did I say that? I meant like you're inside of his, like inside of one, like.
All right, just to clarify, I've never been.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Okay.
Remember
All
the
right,
road
hey,
trip
so-
when Toronto came to.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to our video. And Russell Westbrook fans, subscribe, please.
Comment Brody if you think Russ is the best point guard of all time.
Comment the eulogy if you think Johnny is crazy for keep putting disrespect on his name. RT?
Comment no defense if we have 2 power forwards playing the center position.
I'll be commenting that.
No hashtag no defense. Hashtag ask for AJ. Hashtag stop caring for Darren. And last but not least, hashtag loser for boozer.
Hashtag Arson Craft. We don't know if Scott Perry can draft.
Hashtag pish posh max sauce. That's what I was doing in 2015.
Dude. Man, that's what I was doing. Last time the Kings beat the Bucks in Milwaukee, I was with a girl at Rio Americano. And there was a moment on the stage at Rio Americano where we had a argument, and it was recorded. And at one point, Mac Sauce was brought up, and the saying "Pish Posh Mac Sauce" came about.
And Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops Toodaloo. And that was the last time we won in Milwaukee.
And then what did you? And then it wasn't you. What was the opposite thing you said?
Opposite of hello?
It was an opposite of hello.
Just bye.
Just
Bye.
so bye.
Anyway, I know she's watching.
Yeah, we'll put that video at the end so you guys can
She's
watch.
doing great now. She's doing great now.
That was
She's better now.
She's better now. Yeah, she upgraded.
respect, man.
Respect.
for saying that.
Respect.
Well, we play the Warriors next, boys. So,
And then we play the Thunder on Friday.
oh god, it's a tough week. It's gonna be a tough week. This homestand's not gonna be easy. All right, will we be 2-7? Will we be 3-6? Or will we be 4-5?
Stay tuned.
No, I'm asking. I'm actually curious.
No,
Yeah. What do you think?
I have a weird feeling we're gonna split somehow.
So 3-6.
3-6.
Jono?
Yeah.
Are we
I feel like
splitting those? Are we splitting that?
I know I've said a lot of things about our defense.
But they'll lock it against the best of the best.
Lock in against the best teams in the NBA. We're winning both games, baby.
All right.
We're winning both games because they're going to watch film. They're going to show.
4 and 5.
Doug Christie's going to show me talking crap about our back cuts and our lack of defense with the eulogy and Sabonis, and that's going to fuel them. So if they win the next 2 games against the Warriors and the Thunder, it's because of this podcast. I'm saying it right now.
All right, one more time, Christo.
We're the Eulogy fan club.
What's your prediction?
I think we're probably gonna lose both, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry. It's just, dude, the Warriors are good right now, man. And then the Thunder are gonna, I think they're gonna stomp us.
But they're playing in front of the loudest fans in the NBA.
But the sound.
All back to sound. Let's see if the sound has changed.
My God. They've had a full week to figure out this damn sound. If they don't figure it out, we're losing. We're losing those 2.
You should get a discount on your tickets.
Dude, they keep going up. That's the issue. But my fandom, it keeps going up too.
Keep going up.
Well, all right. Maybe we should end this tonight.
Yeah, go easy on us, Golden State.
Yeah. We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Take it easy.
See you tomorrow.